So yesterday, season 1 of Fortnite. Oh, that's great. I'm totally keeping that in there. So yesterday, season 1 of Apex dropped. And I am a little bit disappointed, I'm going to have to say, overall. One thing I'm very, very, very happy about is the new character, Octane. I'm very, very, definitely my new favorite legend, just as of right now. But I think as a whole, Season 1 is a little bit disappointing for me. And let's just kind of jump into it now. Let's start out with the character Octane. So, first thing first, we've all seen what the Octane looks like. It's got the bionic legs. It's got, the chest. It's just a bare bones. It's fast dude. He's light. He's made for speed. His passive ability is he slowly generates health. Over time, you can see in the bottom left, maybe a couple seconds, I get like a couple points of HP, slowly but surely. Definitely, if you have wounded yourself even a little bit, run away with the Octane boost. You can get out of there, get into a situation where you're safe, and even if you completely escape the enemy, you could probably get into a situation where you can heal your health fully. So some of my favorite legends are the legends that don't require you to run around picking up all of the health packs. The Lifeline and now Octane are two characters where now are some of my favorite because you don't have to worry about health and shields and ammo and guns and just all of the other different things you have to worry about. So that's that passive ability is very, very highly valued for me. Next is the special ability, which is the Octane, the running faster. It costs you some health. Here you can see I accidentally just used it. Meant to hit the syringe. Now I've got both hands doing lots of Apex drugs. But yeah, it's a very, very useful thing. And when I actually had played it and I had only heard about this new character, I was thinking that this is not going to be that useful of an ability for me. This is going to be something that is only, useful in very certain situations, but I find that to be just unequivocally false. I use it very frequently, and here we have the special ability is the bounce pad. It took me a little bit, I think just, one day of play, and I completely got the bounce pad figured out. I thought maybe if I jump on it, I can get more of a maximum bounce out of my legend ability, but that's not exactly the case. You just kind of run at it, and the direction you're running at it is the same thing as bouncing, so I just run at it. I spared myself many, 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 many seconds, if not minutes at this point in time, trying to jump on it correctly, but missing the bounce pad. The hitbox is not as large as you would think for the bounce pad, so you really just need to run on it. That's a tip that I learned. Oh, sorry, you hear the dog shaking in the background. But aside from that, the special ability does regenerate very quickly. You can see obviously I fast forwarded a bunch, but I already have another one loaded back up. Definitely, you can use them more frequently than you get into gunfights. Like, for instance, like the Bangalore, you kind of have to save that up until you get into a gunfight because you can't use it that frequently. But here you can see I got pretty separated from my teammates. I was continuing to loot around looking for something else to replace my Mozambique. And with the combination of the jump pad and the Octane boost, I was actually able to start out behind and boost my way and jump pad my way ahead of them to all of the loot before they even got there. So it's a very useful legend, very useful abilities all the way around, from the health to the passive ability to the special ability, and then to the super ability, or whatever they call it, the bounce pad. All of these actually have very powerful things. The bounce pad I don't necessarily think is good for transportation. I don't necessarily think that that's the best way to get from point A to point B. However, I think it's a great way to get out of a gun match. I think it's a great way to put yourself on top of a house really quickly. I think it's a good way to go from, I'm in a really shitty position, to all of a sudden I'm in a much better position. And so being able to do that really helps you out. And the more I'm going to have more time with the Octane, I think the more that that'll become more useful. Like right here, I'm able to get right in where I think this guy is very quickly, put some Mastiff shots on him because I was able to jump right to where he was with the launch pad, and it allowed my teammates to put a lot more pressure on him and get the down. Well, he was focused on me flying at his face with the Mastiff. But this is just, I guess, I love the Mastiff here. I just love using it so much. I wish it was more spawned more frequently. Anyway, so not talking about the Mastiff here. But yeah, so the Octane, it's my favorite legend right now, just because the abilities are very useful. The ability to regenerate your health slowly, passively over time, is incredibly helpful. Even if you get nicked from far away with like a R99 or something like that, and you just do a little bit of damage, you know exactly where they are now. You can run around a corner, heal back up without even using any meds. So the special ability, the bounce pads we've already talked about, it's a really I think it's a character that I thought was not going to be fun. Thought was not going to be useful. I thought was not going to be practical. It was just going to be like a gimmicky kind of stupid thing that was a leftover from the series, like to kind of just please these people that have played this other version of this game, being Titanfall. And so I was a little bit, hesitant, but this is definitely my favorite legend, and the health loss is not at all a concern. I think if anything, it could be nerfed to make you lose more health while you're running, because I find that there's a lot of times no reason not to use it, and you'll see a couple examples later where we get stuck in the storm pretty badly, actually coming up. And even though you're stuck in the storm running with, losing health at the same time, it was actually very useful to me. And so I'm very happy. Very, very, very happy with the Octane character. Definitely something that I'm very excited to be using. Definitely glad I had the legend tokens available to be able to use it. But something I'm not at all happy with is the Season 1 and the Battle Pass. So let's take a look at one of the images of the Battle Pass and what you get here from PCGamer.com. What is the new stuff in the Battle Pass? So they just broke down every level, and you can see exactly what is in the Battle Pass. And there are only 12 Apex packs in the entire Battle Pass. You only get 12 extra Apex packs. They are rare packs, all of them, and some of them, I think, one of them, maybe even a legendary. Yeah, one legendary, and one of those 12 is a legendary pack. But those are the main things that you get in the Battle Pass, because the way that they've structured their loot system, they don't have great loot. The loot isn't good. Like, when you get a skin in Fortnite, when you get a skin in Overwatch, it changes the character. For like, you could be a banana, you could wear a kimono and wear those Japanese wooden shoes. You could be John Wick. You could be a completely different character and look completely different, as opposed to just this is the same character in like not even different colors. Like, the whole color doesn't even change. Like, this is like the same character, but his wristwatch is a different color. I really don't like the way that they have done skins in this game, because I think it's only hurted them. It's only hurted them. It's only I think gonna hurt them in the long run. Here's an example of running away in the storm with the Octane. But because I am not interested in this Battle Pass, I don't think there is anything worth buying. You do get, I don't think 12 Apex rare and one, legendary Apex pack is worth buying, worth the $9.50. If this was something I could use my legend tokens for, I think it would be very, very, very worth it. But you can't even do that. You can't use the crafting medals either. You have to pay money for it. And I get why. I get why you have to pay money, but I don't think that the thing they want us to pay for is worth it. I don't think that it gives enough content. I think it's something that they wanted to compete with, the Fortnite Pass, but it's not something that does compete with the Fortnite Pass. All of the little bit of cosmetic items that you get in Fortnite actually feel like they're changing the way you look. They feel like they're changing not the way you play, but they are changing something like very visibly. And this game just doesn't do that. And you could say, oh well, it's not third person. It's not. You're not going to see your character, but there are plenty of times where you see your character, whether it be when you're flying or on the winning screen or the loading screen or whatever it is. There's plenty of times to see your character where the skins could actually be really cool, but they're not. The weapon skins aren't that cool. They're the weapon skins are like 2013 Call of Duty cool, which is to say they've gotten much better. Their like golden skins that are available are ridiculously overpriced in general. So, but yeah, I guess this is a little bit off of specifically Battle Pass Season 1 talk, but I don't think that it's worth it to buy the Battle Pass. Maybe there'll be some point in time where they'll give a reduction in price or do something where it might just become worth it to get it randomly in the middle of the season or something like that. But right now, I don't see why I would pay $10 for 12 Apex packs. Basically, it just I don't know. It seems like a little bit of a it's not like quite a slap in the face. It's not like it's not insulting, but I just think it's like a little bit of a shot in their own foot. To say it, because it's not. People would spend money on it if it actually, like, if it was even stupid, people would buy it. Like, if it's like, oh, my whole person is pink now, or like it changes. My character is like now a Japanese themed person, or like they do in Fortnite. It's the same thing, and so it's not something that I'm going to be buying. I am upset that there are no challenges. I think that I read an article where they kind of talked down the concept of having challenges go over week to week or season to season. And I kind of disagree with that. The challenges give you something to kind of work for, as opposed to in this game where it's a brand new experience. I mean, yeah, it's a new experience every game. It doesn't matter. Nothing carries over. And here my teammate runs up on me while I'm hiding because we have enemies right over our head and they are alerted to us. Didn't see this person coming at all and just needed a couple more bullets. But that is the game. That is the commentary. What do you guys think about the Octane character? What do you guys think about Season 1? And what do you think about the Battle Pass? Leave thoughts in the comments. It's underneath the thing you're looking at.